So till now, dear students, we have completed first unit. Okay, that is regarding definition of accounting, characteristic features of accounting, and types of accounting, means certain divisions like management accounting, cost accounting, financial accounting. We have learnt about them. Okay. Similarly, various terminology that is associated with accounting we have discussed in first unit. Okay. Not only that, those limitations of accounting we have discussed. Okay. Those are the topics that we have discussed. Not only that, objectives of accounting, users of financial information, all those issues we have discussed in first unit. In continuation of our first unit, we have to discuss some more topics related to accounting. Okay, that is theory base of accounting. Okay, so in theory base of accounting, normally we will start with GAAP, GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. See these, what is a principle? What do you mean by principle? There are certain principles.
Systematic way of any process.
Okay, very good. Principle guides us. A principle is a set of rules and regulations that we are expected to follow. So if we enter into classroom, if we enter into school, if we enter into college, there is a code of conduct, how to behave, how to sit, how to stand, how to speak with the teachers, how to speak with your friends. Certain principles will be there. Similarly, if you happen to meet your peer group in a playground or in a music class or anywhere, what if their separate set of principles will be there. So principle is a set of rules and regulations or a general law or rule adopted. Okay, so see, you can see here a general law or rule adopted or professed, means told as a guide to action. That is what you mean by saying principle. Okay, in accountancy also, see, AICPA means American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Okay, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. They have defined this, the term principle. According to them, principle is a general law or rule adopted or professed as a guide to action. That is what you mean by saying this. Okay. Okay. So a principle is a general law or rule. Okay. So in order to maintain uniformity, certain rules are required, certain rules and regulations are required in any system. See, if there are no principles, means there will not be any order. Law and order will not be there. If you go to temple, there is a separate set of principles. Okay, remove your chappals outside. Don't take any videos of the principal idol. Like that, certain rules and regulations will be there. Okay, maintain pin drop silence, like that. Okay, so similarly, so in order to bring uniformity in the maintenance of records, there are certain principles, generally accepted standards, generally accepted rules and regulations. That is what you mean by saying a GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. See, they ensure uniformity in maintenance of accountancy records across the world. This acts as a guide. This set of rules acts as a guide. Okay. Now you see, what are they? How they are going to maintain, we will discuss. Important concepts we discuss under this one, basic accounting concepts. Okay, which ensure that uniformity is prevailed across the world in maintaining accountancy records. Okay. First one in this one is business entity concept. So in a previous class, we have discussed the meaning of entity. What do you mean by entity? The concept of entity we have discussed. So the concept of entity implies business organization is different from owner. When owner establishes business organization, I explained the example of Palli also. Oh, shopkeeper's wife uses Pallis. His children use Pallis. So in order to ensure exact profitability of the organization will be treated as a separate entity from the owner. Owner is different, organization is different. That is what you mean by saying business entity concept. Okay, owner is different, is distinct and separate. Okay, business organization is distinct, is separate from its owner. That is what you mean by saying business entity concept. These concepts are very, very important. You have to remember them. Business entity concept ensures that owner is treated as a separate person from the business organization.
Business organization.
Okay. Now, secondly, money measurement concept. See, one of the limitations of financial accounting I mentioned, only those items can be recorded which can be valued in, which can be measured in monetary terms. Others we cannot record. Your mother's suffering, your father's suffering in order to bring you up. Okay, whatever sacrifices they made, it cannot be measured. Similarly, in an organization's growth and development, employees work very hard. You cannot exactly calculate in terms of money how much sacrifices they made. What is the suffering that they have incurred? So that is, that will not be covered in account. So money measurement, under money measurement concept, only those transactions which can be covered, which can be measured with the in monetary terms will be recorded. That is what you mean by saying money measurement concept. Did you understand these two concepts? One is business entity concept.
Yes, sir.
Second one is money measurement concept. Okay, going concern concept. See, going concern concept ensures that business organization goes for a long time, is continuous for a long time. It will not stop. See, nobody will establish a business organization to be closed down in the immediate future. Similarly, if we construct a house, we think that it will serve for generations. My son, my grandson, like this, it will help. It will provide shelter to next generations. I think. I always think that it will go on forever. So similarly, any business organization is established means the owners think that it will go on forever. For a long period of time, business organization is going to be there. That is what you mean by saying going concern concept. It will not stop in the immediate future. Okay. Now, next one is accounting period. So even though it goes on forever, according to the establisher, according to the owner, for calculation of profit or for the calculation of loss, for the ascertainment of assets, for the ascertainment of liabilities, the period is divided into years or whatever the long period, decades are divided into various financial years. A financial year starts from 1st April to 31st March. So records are maintained. Maybe based on financial year, you can prepare record, or based on, in certain cases, some people will prepare based on calendar year also. But income tax department or tax authorities will ask for from April 1st to March 31st. Okay, financial year is important. So accounting period is a 12-month period. which normally starts from 1st April and it ends on 31st March of the next year. Suppose we are in which year now? Which financial year?
2020.
2021-22 financial year. Means our financial year started on 1st April 2021. It ends on 31st March 2022. So for the calculation, even though we think that our organization serves for a long time, goes on for a long time, for the calculation of profit, for the calculation of loss, for the calculation of revenue, for the calculation of expenditure, for the ascertainment of assets and liabilities, 12-month period you are going to take into consideration. That is known as accounting period. Okay. So whenever you prepare accountancy records, you have to maintain assets based on their cost value only, not their present market value. In the previous classes, one example I mentioned, you purchased a TV worth 50,000. For 10 years, you enjoyed, I mentioned in a previous class. Even though its present market value is 2 lakhs, you should not mention it in the records. You should mention only according to 50,000 only. Calculation should go on every year. Every year you will deduct some value from it as a depreciation. Okay, but you should not show its market value now in the records. So that is what cost concept says. Okay, based on cost only, you are going to measure any assets or any materials value. Okay, did you understand? Now, next one. So business entity is over, money measurement is over, going concern concept is over, accounting period concept is over. Now cost concept is over. Next, dual concept is there. See, this is very, very important concept to try to understand. See, what we imply is by saying a duality, if we purchase one thing, what happens? Cash goes out. If we go to market, we purchased vegetables. See, vegetables came to our house, whereas cash went into the hands of the shopkeeper who sold us. Vegetable vendor, he has taken our cash. See, in any transaction, 2 aspects will be there. One, taking aspects will be there. Another one, this is giving aspect. We gave money, we took vegetables. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Whenever we purchase, whenever we are involved in any transaction, we have to keep this in mind. We have to record 2 aspects, not single aspect. Dual means, duet means 2. In movies, you will say duet song is there, solo song is there. Duet song means 2 hero, heroine, or 2 other persons will be singing. So similarly, here also, dual aspect means both aspects of a transaction you have to record. Cash went out, what came in? You have to mention both of them. So that is what we mean by saying dual aspect concept. Okay, accounting terminology, taking or receiving. We took some goods means we received some goods. This is indicated by debit. This word is very, very important. Every time this will come. Debit means it indicates a receipt. Whenever you receive anything, you have to mention that debit is there. Whenever we give something to others, you have to understand that credit is there. Giving is denoted by credit, whereas receiving is denoted by debit. When you give something to somebody else, you are going to have a credit. Whereas when you are receiving something from somebody else, it implies you are in debit condition. Debit should always be equal to credit. Debits are always equal to credit. You have to remember. When you purchased 10 tomatoes worth 10 rupees means you gave 10 rupees to the shopkeeper, 10 rupees worth tomatoes came to your house. So this is equal. Debit is always equal to credit. You have to remember. So that is why always assets are going to be equal to liabilities. a business organization's assets will always be equal to liabilities. Okay, because when you are purchasing something, you are paying something. When you are receiving something, you are giving something. That's all. Okay, that is what you mean by saying dual aspect concept. Okay, now next, revenue recognition concept, or this is also known as realization concept. See, when you are a shopkeeper, you purchased goods to be sold. Suppose you are maintaining a kirana shop, you purchased, let us take for example soaps. Soaps you purchased. Okay, soaps, let us take for example Santur soaps you purchased, 1 dozen you purchased and brought to your kirana shop. See, you have to record its sales only when they are sold, and the income we have to report only when the persons who have taken Santur soaps from you, only when they gave you money, only then you have to mention in your notes that revenue is generated. Only if you pile up stock in your kirana shop, it does not imply that that stock is sold, that amount came back, isn't it? So only when revenue is received by you, only when income is received by you, only then you have to mention that revenue in your records. Other, no sale, no revenue, no income came to into your hands, no reporting of income. Okay, that is what you mean by saying revenue recognition concept. Okay, next one is matching concept. See, always I mentioned in dual aspect concept, and debit is equal to credit. That's all. Always we have to see that when you are giving something to somebody else, what you are receiving, you have to match receipts with payments. What you gave, what you received, you have to always go on matching. If you miss any transaction, any one side of the transaction, then it will be a problem for you. You are paying something means you are receiving free of cost, nothing you will give to anybody in business. If you are selling means compulsorily you will receive money from the customer. If you are purchasing means compulsorily you will pay money to the shopkeeper. Okay, we have to match it. Matching should always be there. Okay, next one, full disclosure. See, full disclosure means, what is disclosure? You are disclosing means what you are doing. What do you mean by disclose? Disclose means, in simple terms, in our common understanding, I will say that you tell it. Suppose police came to your house, they asked your neighbor's whereabouts. Who is he? What is he doing? If you disclose means you tell to the police everything. My neighbor is so and so. Morning at this time he will come. Evening at that time he will go. Like that, you will tell everything. That is what you mean by saying disclose. Disclose means you will reveal. You will tell. Okay, your records.
Information.
Your records should provide information. Should disclose information to needed parties. Who are the needed parties? We already discussed in the first chapter. It may be to owner, you have to disclose. To the creditors, you have to disclose. To the bankers, you have to disclose the information. To tax authorities, to government, to press, to economists, you have to disclose. So total information you have to give. Your records should show total information. That is what you mean by saying full disclosure concept. Okay. Next comes consistency concept. See, consistency means, what do you mean by consistent? What is consistency? Consistency means a lack of variation. Fixed. You are not changing frequently. See, suppose let us take for example, I am unable to take class consistently at the same point of time. One day I am arranging class at 1 o'clock. Next day I am arranging at 6 o'clock in the evening. Another day I am saying my class will be at 3 o'clock. There is no consistency in the arrangement of class. Whereas in accountancy records, we have to maintain consistency. Last year, whatever policy you followed in writing accounts records, next year also you should follow the same procedure. How you are noting down, the same procedure you have to follow. Otherwise, what happens is you cannot compare. Last year, one method you followed in providing depreciation. This year, another method you follow means you cannot compare the performance of your organization. Okay, so consistency should be there. That is what you mean by saying consistency. Okay, conservatism should be there, or prudence should be there. See, conservatism means when you think conservatively, what it means is you always provide something for the losses. You do not know, our future is uncertain. Okay, do you know driving a two-wheeler? Do you know?
Yes, sir.
You know driving. Okay, very good. See, when you drive a scooty in a petrol, when you operate with petrol, what happens? There will be reserve. Some petrol will be in a reserve. That follows conservatism principle. See, we should always be prepared to face uncertainty. See, if there is no provision of reserve, means we do not know when petrol is going to be emptying in our Gadi's tank, in our vehicle's tank. So similarly, conservatism always ensures that always we should have something in the reserve. Reserve funds should be there. There is no guarantee that next year also we will enjoy profits. Next year we may suffer losses. So in order to face that situation, we should have something, some reserve we should keep always. Okay, we should be ready to face any eventuality, any challenge. We should not be overconfident. Okay, that is based on the principle of conservatism. Did you understand? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, materiality. Materiality means, see, all petty things should not be written in books. All petty issues means, see, by paying 1 rupee, you purchased chocolate. Okay, with the help of 2 rupees, you purchased one eraser. When you are maintaining a crores of rupees business, you should not mention this much petty issue. 1 rupee chocolate in crores of rupees, 1 rupee where you will keep, 2 rupees where will you show? So what you will do is all these petty items you will put under one heading. That's all. Petty expenses, petty income. That's all. You need not show in records 1 chocolate, 5-star or any star, in blue star or white star or 5-star, whatever chocolate it may be. So materiality concept implies they're only of substantial nature. Only those should be recorded. Otherwise, it will be waste of your resources. Okay, all sundry items, all petty items can be forwarded, can be shown under some heading. Okay, petty, sundry receipts, sundry expenditure, like that you can show. Okay, now last concept is objectivity. See, in your question paper, if objective question paper is given, see, even if anybody values, same marks will come for you. If essay type questions are given, if I value your paper, I will award some marks. If there are 10 marks for a question, if I value means I will give 10 out of 10. If another of my friend valued means he gave only 9 marks for you. So there is a difference in subjectivity. This is known as subjectivity. Subjectivity means it depends on person who is valuing your papers. Whereas objectivity means it does not depend on person. Anybody values, same answer will come. Same marks will be awarded. So similarly, when you are maintaining accountancy records, you should be objective. Means no biasness should be there. Biasism should not be there. Favoritism should not be there. Exactly as it is record, you have to write. You have to mention. That is what you mean by saying objectivity. If I know you means I will award 10 for 10. My friend does not know you. That is why he will award only 9 marks. There is subjectivity. In accountancy, it is not appropriate. It is improper. Without any biasism, without any partisanship, you should maintain objectivity. Objectively, records should be maintained without any bias or without any favoritism, without any nepotism. Records should be maintained. So these are the fundamental concepts. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understood. Okay. So I am repeating just in a 2 minutes. Business entity means owner is different from business organization. Money measurement, only those transactions which can be measured in monetary terms should be recorded. Going concern, organization goes on forever. Accounting period, for the purpose of recording transactions, your long life will be divided into 12 months periods. Cost, all records should be maintained based on cost only, not market price. Market price should not be considered. Dual aspect, for every debit there is a credit. Means giving is going to be there, taking is going to be there. Both aspects we have to record. Revenue recognition, realization, only when income is generated you should report. Matching, always debits should be matched with credits. Giving should be matched with its appropriate taking. Full disclosure, all information should be provided, needed information to the needed persons. Consistently, same standards, set of standards we have to follow every year. Same method of reporting you should follow. When you change in any eventuality, you should report it. The reason you should be substantial. Okay. Conservatism means you always should be prepared for losses, but you should not be overjoyed by next year I will earn this much profit. You should not enjoy now itself, but you should always be prepared for the forthcoming losses. That is what you mean by saying conservatism. Okay. Materiality, only immaterial issues should not be written. Only those which are of substantial value, those should be recorded. Records should be maintained, accounting records should be maintained objectively, means without any bias, without any favoritism, or without any fear, you should maintain. So these are the basic accounting concepts based on which our accountancy depends. Is it clear? Did you understand all these concepts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the concepts that have been explained in this textbook. Okay. Now we will go to our next topic.